Good
Like,
morning.
I don't know what it's doing,
There
but
was a dramatic
it's
pause, I
doing
guess.
something. I don't know what's going on.
StreamYard stay playing in my face, and I'm not gonna keep playing with them.
StreamYard could be doing some right weird stuff.
It does. Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday! Welcome back to my channel. I'm Britt. Wow, I almost choked on straight up air. I just want you to know that. I'm Brittwriterly. I have a book and author too, where I talk about the intersections of literature and culture, ABC 123, all of that entails. We do these Friyay sprints every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thanks for y'all who come and tune in live. Thanks for those of y'all who watch on the replay faithfully. Make sure that y'all smash that like button. And I will let my lovely co-host introduce herself.
I don't know why I'm like off center from the camera. Like, well, yes, I do because I was eating. Never mind. So, hey everybody, I'm Shay. My channel is Shay with the hobbies. I be writing, I be reading, I be creating. I also do a lot of talking, and when I be talking, I have to remind y'all that I am Black with the big B. So if that's something that you feel like you interested in and you can vibe with, go ahead and check my channel out. Ooh. Check my channel out. There we go. Those are the words I was trying to say. There we go. And I ain't really been doing nothing because my internet been funny. So like, once my internet ain't funny no more, I'm back. Okay.
Hi, Pat. Nice to see you. Pat, real MVP. Be here faithfully. We really appreciate it.
Faithfully.
We see
Hey,
you
chill
showing
out.
up. Hey, JV.
Hey.
Finally caught a live this month. Whoop, whoop.
Back up.
Do you have your notification bell on? If you don't, this is a wonderful reminder. If y'all are not catching the lives, if you're not catching the video premieres, it's possible you haven't rang your notification bell. So here is your gentle reminder to ring that bell, so you don't miss.
She just wanted to sing that.
I could have sang it when I introed myself. I chose not to, but it's clear
Right,
that I
you
need
wanted to. That's what I'm saying. You still wanted to. You chose not to, but you could not resist because it is in you to sing. It is in you to sing.
I'm not going to deny it. The Lord bless my
you can't.
What do you want?
Can't. You literally just did it. You can't deny it.
I don't know what
also, I saw that like Taylor has a concert in Oklahoma City next week, and I was like, the way that I really want to see if I can make it to like check it out and support it, that'd be really good.
That would be so dope.
Yeah, but it's still Oklahoma City, so it's like an hour and some change away. So it's like,
okay.
And I didn't see it until yesterday, so I was like, dang, like real life.
It came planned.
Yeah,
that would be so cool. Her voice is so. It's just like a warm blanket.
Like a warm blanket.
I love it. I was just listening to Personal last night, and I was just like, sing. It's so good. I love that song. Let's see. I miss these two faces side by side. Here we are.
Aw, hey. Wait, there you go. You're so silly. So silly.
Hi, Jackie. Vina popping in to click that bell.
Hey.
We appreciate it. Uh-oh, not me right clicking it. JV said, what do you take me for?
Wait. I know. I'll be here. I heard the song.
You take me for some knave?
Right. Because the truth is, you two just be tripping. Because I know I have notification bells on for all my people, and I still be missing stuff.
Yeah.
And I do the click reminder whenever there's a live, and I don't be getting it until 5 minutes after the live then started.
Yeah, it comes to my phone. It comes to my phone. It don't just pop up on my computer, but it comes to my phone.
Yeah. And I get an email. I like go to my email and be like, oh wow, there's quite a few emails about lives because I set that reminder. But the email notification does show up. Hey, Brandy.
Hey, Brandy. Not as saying, hey, Brandy, the same way, like there's an echo in the room.
Hey,
Hey,
Marie.
Friyay. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all. Here's the update. Judge me not. First of all, I owe y'all an update on that book by Denisha Little that I was like into. What's it called? Unapologetically Me. Woo! I owe you an update. And I will on the next one. But for right now, we just got to get into this because I am on chapter 31 of Ashes of Gold. And so that's page 316 out of 403. We are going to finish this book by the end of next week's sprints. Okay, so we got to get after it. So we're going to sprint. Y'all tell me what y'all reading in the chat as we get started, and I will get at that in our next break because I got to just get into this book. I got to move pages. Okay, so and 3, 2, 1. Y'all turn in pages. Y'all, I really almost told her something. Um, this girl loves Cheesecake Factory. One of my friends just defended her dissertation yesterday. And was like, okay, doctor, can I take you out? And she was like, yes. I said, okay, where do you want to go? And she was like, California tacos or Cheesecake Factory. I'm like, you are really in love with this dang Cheesecake Factory. Please. She want to go there for everything. Okay, I'm on page 333. Made good progress. I was whipping through these pages. Listen, I'm gonna read your comments in a second. But the way Rue almost left Julius and Gizan, like he grabbed her and he went back with her, but you didn't know he was gonna do that. You didn't know he was there. I said, you're in spoiler alert. If you haven't read it and you don't like spoilers, cover your ears, say la 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 la. So she just told old boy, it's me and you always if we survive this. It's me and you always, and you gonna leave me with this little girl? Rue, see, that's why I was like, wow, Rue, learning lessons, taking strength. You almost left your bait, and so Jamal is trash. I knew it. He's trash for all the reasons I said and more. But you just found out Jamal was a garbage can. So the fact that literally as you're walking away from that, not like mentally, emotionally, like as you're literally taking physical steps away from Jamal, you stop and break down and cry in the forest on the way back to the other people, and then Julius is like, I love you. Well, we knew that. But she been trying to keep you in the friend zone. And he was like, well, it's fine. I deserve for the way I messed this up. If I had to be in your shadow forever, I'm always going to be here with you for always. And she was like, wow, just the peace that Julius gives me. It's like a medicine for my soul. This is what I always needed. Now, I knew that. Jamal was always pressing her. I was like, something about that. He just want her to be queen because it's what he needs. I'll say no more about that because I won't spoil it for too much. But my instinct was right on him. You're a dirty garbage can lid. And now you want to say, Julius, I love you too. Well, listen, I knew that as well. But you was acting like it was a friend love, or at the very least, you was like, I can't trust him again, but I trust him more than anyone else. And then I'm not even really sure what her feelings for Julius were fully, but she wasn't exploring them. She was like, I love him, but I'm gonna keep my distance because of Jamal. I'm just like, why? He doesn't deserve your loyalty. Anyway, it just what's getting me is the actually like that sound on TikTok. What's getting me is that you kissed the boy in the forest as you just broke up with Jamal. That's what's getting me. You are 5 yards from the death of your last relationship, and here in the graveyard, you want to kiss me. I said, Julius, do you not think you deserve? I don't know. I don't know. I was on Team Julius. I was, and I still am. Get the boy from the hood. We love it. But it's just a little, it feels it's giving rebound. That's what I'll say. It's just giving rebound to me. He was literally just holding you while you cried over old boy. And now you're like, I love you too. You're my safe space. Things that she had been saying, but now it's like romantic. And I'm like, had you given us but a chapter, actually scratch that. Had you really let it go to the end of the book, really? Like, end up with him. In the end. Not when you just broke up with Jamal. It just the timing, I don't like it. So that's what I was just reading. And now she's freaking out because the ancestors are like, girl, we can't fix this for you. So sorry. Magic is a little finite right now because the Greys done taken it. So when you get it back from them, you and no one else, not us, you. When you do that, then the magic will return, but you're gonna have to take them on its back first, child. And so then Rue starts freaking out, which we know that Rue does. She's like, oh my gosh, I can't fix this. Literally runs off. All of Gizan, the ones that are left, are staring at her like, so it's on you. And she's like, I'm gonna choose a track star. Like she was just gone. She was completely just gone. And then Julius is chasing after her because why you gonna leave this man with people who just stood by and watched you fight Sean, who is Gizan, and then with Kai and Jamal? Why would you leave him there? It's very interesting. So anyway, he's chasing after her. He's like, dang, girl, slow down. I thought I was the track star, but no. So she's running to this little girl. They're having a conversation. She's giving the little girl all the advice that she really needs to hear. And she's like, well, why is it so easy to give advice and not take it? Thoughts to chew on, Rue. But anyway, she's like, remember how I promised you that cornbread? And in her head, she's like, where do I always feel safe? She's going back to Miss Leola's in East Row. Ma'am, you have work to do here. She said on some real prepare the others PTO stuff. I'm going to have to head out. So she already tapping on her watch. Yes, exactly. I saw it, Cherise. That pig I sent you, the Bible pig. Yes, girl. Exactly. She tapping on her watch.
Flabbergasted. I was done.
I was flabbergasted. She tapping on her watch, talking about I'm gonna take you to get some cornbread. And leave Julius here. And even without Julius, you have work to do. Like it just. So she in Miss Yola's kitchen, and Julius' his hand on her shoulder, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm here." I just can't that you didn't know that he was gonna grab you one time. You told no one else. So the people who ride for you look stupid because you heard that you have a responsibility and you dipped out. I mean, you literally ran away. We have less than 100 pages in the book and you still on this? Bruh. So anyway, that's what I read. I am clearly flabbergasted, confuzzled, girl just vexed. So we will get to the Unapologetically Me recap after I go through some comments, calm myself down, regain my spirit. Because right now I'm just like, the math is not mathing for me. You hop in this relationship with old boy 5 seconds ago, which is only 5 seconds after your other relationship spontaneously combusted, and then you go and leave the boy while you go home, which is also his home, for cornbread. Was you gonna bring Julius back some cornbread? This is what I want to know. So anyway, that's what I just read. We're moving on. Shay, how was your sprint?
So, no shade. I don't know if I'm just so high or you talk so long, but it's taking me a minute to remember what I read through the audiobook.
It's
And
probably a bit of both.
yeah, so I was, it's no shade because like just give me a second. I think okay, so I'm reading The Lost Ones by Sheena Kamal. I had to remember. And I finished part 1, read like 3 chapters. I'm like in the second, so chapter 2 of part 2. I'm liking the story so far. So Bree's read it already. It's our Crime Readers of Color book for the month, and so she's read it already. And so like I was like texting her my thoughts, and she didn't realize like what she had responded back, and she was like, "Yeah, girl, I totally agree with that. It's crazy." And I was like, wait, am I right? Did I get that part right? And she's like, well, how do you want me to tell you? And I was like, okay, don't tell me like details. Just be like, yeah, no, that's exactly like what happened. Did he do this? And she was like, yes, girl. She was like, I was trying not to say something. You just got it so fast. So I like that I'm already like, so I'm smarter than the investigator, but you know, that's neither here nor there. It'd be like that sometimes.
That seems to be like the usual case of it. These investigators are not all
They
too.
just don't be smart at all, like
It's
at
really
all.
it's very confusing.
And so since I started crocheting the purple side. Okay, so y'all probably. I'm gonna just this. I'm gonna just stand up on the couch. Okay, it's big, y'all.
Stand up.
Okay, yeah, no, so it's definitely not where y'all can see the whole thing, but it's pretty big. And so I started on this purple section because I finally got the right colors. Because here's the thing. When you're crocheting and you run out of yarn, you should like take a swatch of the yarn that you have and not just be like, well, it was red and purple, because it was totally a different brand at a different store, and I bought it and then I got to take it back and type more you on my rug. Thank you. So I got 3 sides done. So I'm on the 4th side. Or no, I got 2 sides done. I lied. Okay, I got 2 sides and I'm on the 3rd side now of this round. So that's what I did during the sprint.
Okay. Okay. Let's see these comments. Deidre in the house, ready to read. Good morning, Alicia. Alicia's also reading The Lost Ones by Sheena Kamal.
The truth is, I'm trying to hurry up and finish it today because I really want to go back to the oath. So, I need to finish it.
Ari's here reading The Memory Librarian.
Hey fam, I really want to read that. Like, I've seen that cover and I've seen so many people talking about it. It's Janelle Monáe's their new book.
Oh, Dirty,
I really, really want to check it out. Hey Day.
Hi. JV read chapter 5 of Crier's War. Yeah, we're gonna go wherever she wanna go. I'm just like, if we go to Cheesecake Factory though, how am I not gonna get the Reese's cheesecake? That's the question. That's really hard. That will absolutely take the rest of my calorie budget for the day if I don't eat a single other thing from now till then. I'm just like, but I want it. We go look at this California tacos thing because what? Flee temptation. Amen. Made it to chapter 12 of the 21 of The Lost Ones. All I hear is Lauryn Hill right now. So okay. Unapologetically me. This is gonna be a 30-second review. It'll be my 30 seconds, please. Please. So where did I leave off? I was pretty early. So obviously, I'm dark. It's dark. We'll fix that later. Anyway, she finds out. Emma Ray, what did I say? It's a Britt 30. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. So the girl who I keep calling Jericho, that's not her name, is Fatima. Fatima, please. So Fatima realizes that the guy writing to her on this Right Now page, which is kind of like Wattpad, the guy following her story, which is Jericho inspired. Jericho's this huge rapper. The guy's handle is Jericho versus Jaren. Jaren is Jericho's real name. Okay, so he's talking to her about the stories, and then Jericho's album comes out, and the album title is what? Right, Jericho versus Jaren. She said, oh, "Sir, who are you?" He said, "What do you mean?" I mean, how did you know what the album name was going to be before it dropped? Because that was undisclosed. And so he does a little okie dokie, and he's like, "Who are you?" So obviously she doesn't go by Fatima on her page. Maybe her name is Jericho on her page, and that's why I keep thinking that that's her name. Probably not. Anyway, so they talking back and forth, and she's like, "Well, I like the anonymity because no one in my life knows that I do this, but my friends definitely be reading my stories, so I got to keep this under wraps. I don't want to tell you. I like this. What we have, pen names. Let's keep it a pen names." He's like, "Okay, cool, pen names." So over time, she convinces herself that it's not Jericho. Okay, cool, whatever. So eventually, he's like, "Hey, I gotta stop talking to you." He's dating this actress named Brandy Moore. He's like, "I'm starting to feel things for you. It feels like cheating." And I'm like, emotional cheating is cheating. Yes, good for you. We love to see grown men in adult romance. So he's like, "I gotta stop talking to you. I just want to let you know it's not nothing you did. I'm just feeling like it's starting to be a vibe between us, and I want to give it a shot with my girl." Cool. Now, Brandy is tomato. So she's very materialistic. She's very like, "Jaren, let's just be everywhere together because I'm hot and you're hot. I'm top of my field, you're top in your field. Let's be top together." Okay, so he's like, "I don't talk about my personal life." It was very Kerry Washington. He
Okay, so like the dogs don't ever really react. Cleo like looked over when you made that sound, and like she like stared at me like, "What is
was like,
that?"
what's that?
Like, and she was doing something completely. Her head jerked so fast. I just was like, "This
It
is
was like
funny."
that sound where it's like, play this for your dog and see what they do. It was giving that. But as you were, Cleo. So he's like, listen, I'm trying to give it a try, but you were getting on my nerves. I don't want to be out and about in public with you. I like to keep my personal stuff personal. We're both out here in the public eye already, and you know how these tabloids get. It's going to be crazy. So she wants him to go on the red carpet with her for like some actress award, and he's like, I would rather not. Now, I was like, why though? Why can't you go with her? Like, why can't you go? But he was like, I don't want to. Now, he talked to his mom. His mom was like, just go. Like, why are you being difficult? You don't have to do every public appearance with her, and you don't. But you could go support her on this little red carpet thing. So he surprises her and rolls up without telling her he actually gonna come. He won't surprise her. We all know how surprises go. So he rolls up. She done gone with her co-star, who all the tabloids are already saying they got some eye sex going on. So he go up and see it in the on the doodad, and he's like, why are you playing with me? And she's like, I'm not playing. He was like, you are. Because you went with him knowing what they was already saying about y'all eye banging, knowing I wasn't going like you walking with him. And you didn't tell me you were going to walk with him, even though you knew it was going to cause all this chatter and it was going to get to me. So why didn't you give me a heads up? Because I would never do like that. And if I did, you'd lose your mind. He says, how about this? I don't want to play no games with you, so goodbye. And she was like, Jericho, wait, but he's a very like, it's done and it's done and it's done type person. And she was already annoying him. So he was like, I tried. I cut off this girl who I was really feeling to try with.
Yeah, because like, oh, from the way you described it, like, dude, you just didn't want to beat her no more. Because like it's still, no matter what they're saying, would make logical sense for her to go with her co-star if her boyfriend doesn't go. Like, it's still logically for the thing
So
makes
what
sense.
Fatima told him. So they were she on one of her chapters on her Right Now book. The next chapter she had done was that Jericho's girlfriend was cheating on him, and he got pissed as his pen name and was like, "Why would you write that?" And she was like, "You don't see the way she looked at her co-star." And he was like, "Do you know her?" And she was like, "Do you know her?" And obviously he was like, "Do you know her?" So I think that was in his head.
Right. Like, you already were like done. You just didn't realize or want to admit that you were done. Cause it, like, you, like his mama said, like you said, like, why wouldn't you go if she's
Exactly.
nominated for an award? Like, that don't even logically make sense that you
Right.
wouldn't
I'm like,
do that.
just admit that you don't
Like,
like her anymore.
especially knowing that y'all don't do nothing else. Like, knowing that that's stuff that y'all don't do because you don't like to. Like, you just was done with her. And you was trying to make
And
yourself
that's
feel like,
okay.
I'm gonna be a good dude and get us a shot, but you was already done, bro. So
Well,
you should have been
they
talking to
had
the
been
girl
arguing before
you
that.
really, right. You should have been with the girl. Like, you should have gave the girl you really wanted. But you know, you gotta. It's a book. You gotta add a little razzle dazzle.
You
And a
know,
little, well, a
little,
little something.
yeah. So he break up with her. He gone wrong. He with Fatima.
Right,
Fatima.
you know, and it reads like a, he left her and he's coming for you. So you know that's wrong. You know, that make romance people. They likes that. They likes
Mind
that.
you, she's still with her boyfriend, I think. And so her boyfriend, the personal trainer, now
Not
she
they
had,
both can be honest with their partners.
well,
See,
no, she's been having issues with her boyfriend for a while. He would always come in after the club. I'm like, y'all are in college. You're
right,
going
but
to
he
school that
don't know
much.
that she even write that. Like, this thing that's this most important thing to her, you don't know about.
No one knows.
Right, like that. No,
Right. You
no,
don't even trust your
no.
man. Y'all been
Right,
together for
y'all
years.
something ain't right. Cause I'm telling
Hmm.
you,
I think
the
she knew
dude,
something wasn't right.
when I'm with somebody, they know everything.
She knew
Everything.
something wasn't right because he would keep
Right.
coming in from the club smelling like club and sometimes like perfume. And I'm like, do you think the girl just like like 15 girls just brushed up against him on the way to the bathroom. Like, why do you think he smells like perfume? It's weird. But anyway, he would be, well, not even really perfume, just like club funk, which like, how you gonna come to me?
But that's also why I don't go to the club, because yeah, like it just, there's smells, and it's just, it gets on your clothes and no.
He comes smelling like club funk, trying to funk her. And I'm just like, it gross, but that just told her like what he thought of her, sort of. But also he was constantly bringing up that she needs to lose weight, and he was like, I'm just telling you to lose weight because I care about you, because you know. And she did have like weight related issues their sophomore year where she almost died. She had to have all these surgeries, whatever. He's a personal trainer, so he's always pushing her about it. But she was like, I'm a size 10 now though, so relax, and I'm fine with my size. So relax. But he never would. Anyway, Jaren tells her, if a man coming out arguing with you all the time, which is what you're saying he's doing, he ain't happy with where he at.
Right,
So just be aware.
Right.
So just be aware.
The number of people that stay in situations knowing that they're not happy is crazy to me.
She wanted what they used to be, but it's like, right, but that's past tense, honey. It's not
right
there anymore.
Crazy. Like, if you're not happy, right? And I'm not talking about like for a little bit, right? Like, if you're consistently not happy
and they're not hearing you about changing, maybe go separate ways, even if it's for a season and y'all come back later. But like right now, this is not making y'all better, so move along. So they're out at a party one night. Jaren is broken up with, no, she's not even talking to Jaren now. This is like happening while they're not speaking, I think. Mm-hmm. So she go to the club. The guy is a Q. Her boyfriend is a Q. And they're at a HBCU. Actually, I forget the name of the HBCU. It's a room. I just can't remember which one it was. Anyway, they're at a club. She see his frat strolling, and she's like, where is he? Autumn, I love Autumn. Autumn had her keys in her hand, like, girl, we gotta go. Because if it's someone to catch up, as soon as we leave, his brother's gonna text him and be like, hey, she not here anymore. Be on your P's and Q's, pun intended. So Autumn grabbed her like, she's a truck star. And they are flying down the road. And they go to the frat house. They pull up, they see old dude's car, and she's like, I don't want to go in anymore. Autumn said, I'm going in. So they go in. How about he laid up with her beautician? Girl, you been in my head and my man? It's betrayal. It's betrayal of the highest order. Oh, so that happens. And the girl sitting up in bed, pure naked as the day is long, sitting like, it's about time she knew anyway. Completely changed her little meek tune, just looking like, you look stupid right now. You look really dumb. So Autumn go over there and mollywop her a few times, like, hey, you talk too much. And I was like, you do. Like, you sitting there in bed naked, talking all this head, you're defenseless. It just made no sense. So she gets mollywopped. I'm not mad at it. Then the man grabbed her and he's like, and she slaps him because he talked outside of his neck too. And he said, you got 3 seconds to leave. She said, or what? And Autumn is like, or we should leave. So they leave. Then Jaren comes back, da-da-da. Hey, not with my girl anymore, blah, 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 blah. They get together. She figure out he tells her who he really is. They meet up. He's flattening her out places. For a minute, it's very much the first McClane Brothers book, Let Me Love You, with Joe and Everett, where he was like, oh, I'm in this city. I'm going to fly you out. Oh, I'm going to be sort of where you are for spring break. Let's meet up. It's very that for a while. Brandy come in talking about who is this girl, and then the fans are like, that was kind of quick. Were you cheating on Brandy? So now Fatima gets named a homewrecker. Da 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 da. Fatima never wanted that kind of attention because she living a secret life anyway, and she's like, too much scrutiny. So he has to go on a show because she really sent the dogs after Fatima. Brandy did. She really did. And they were like, oh, let's look at all these before and after pictures of before and after her surgery. She had like some sort of surgery to like shuck off all her fat. That's not what happened. It was a life-saving surgery. She lost the weight on her own with like her ex who like helped her. Meanwhile, her mother, by the way, was trying to push her ex in her face. Like, oh, he stayed with you when you were bigger. You should stay with him. I didn't leave your father. Are you saying that he cheated on you? It was just very crazy. It was a whole bunch of crazy. So I was like, your mother is broken. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She's broken. So meanwhile, that's going on. The boyfriend's still showing up everywhere. Like, I'm sorry, baby, come back. She's like, goodbye. So everyone is like coming out of the woodwork, finding these pictures, all this stuff. She's kind of cracking a little bit, not like Joe level cracking, like depression and shutting down, but she's like, this is a lot. So Jaron come up and is like, he goes on the Breakfast Club and he's like, y'all know I don't like talking about my personal life, but I also don't play about home. So
if the author wrote him Hidden Charlemagne or Envy, I'm just gonna read the book off of that. If he like,
they were on their best behavior.
Then I'm gonna write a scene where somebody knocks one of their blocks off because I can't stand them. I can't stand them.
Because he was there to talk about it. So the things that usually would have been like, you don't want to talk about it, he was there for the mess. So he was like, I wrote this song called Cut from a Different Cloth. I'm going to get y'all the world premiere. He put Brandy in an early grave. He put Brandy in an early grave. So Brandy is suing him for like libel or slander or something. And he's like, and do I care? And that song is on the radio. The Hip Hop Awards are like performing that when you come. He's like, absolutely. It's a whole thing. So they sort of get over that. Fatima sort of gets over that. Huge jump. The relationship is going pretty much okay, except for his assistant is getting kind of lusty after him. It's really weird. Anyway, skipping very forward ahead. How about someone leak a sex tape of them? I said this is giving very Let Me Love You. So, but except for it wasn't just like her doing things, it was like a full-on frontal pornography, excellent angles and everything. And so her mama called her like, I told you that song was gonna get you caught up. How could you do this to your father? You were ruined your life. You taking a break on medical, all these things. So that really affects her mental health, and she starts getting really paranoid about seeing cameras everywhere. Jericho loses his mind. He's like, oh my gosh, who did this? So he writes another verse of Cut from a Different Cloth because he knows who did it. He fired his manager because his entire team was like anti-Fatima. They were like, you're late to things now. You want to be with her all the time. Who even is she? You should have stayed with Brandy. Brandy stayed in her lane, And it's just like, he was like, I just think that all of you are forgetting a very crucial thing, which is friend or not, day one or not, you work for me. So the fact that I don't do extra things on my days off anymore is not reason for concern. Now, he was being late for sound checks, but he handled it. Like, he told the other guy who was performing with to switch with him, so he wasn't actually late. He just had changed his time slot. So I'm just like, you're not making it any better on Fatima for you to be like doing all these changes, but they work for you. So he sent his whole team home. His manager threatened Fatima, so he fired him on the spot. And he was like, yeah, you don't know what I have on you. So have fun. Takes a bite of a red apple and walks away. It's very Snow White, like he's the evil stepmother. It's weird. Anyway, so he releases the sex tape. They don't have any proof that it was actually Larry. So in the meantime, Jericho adds another verse to the end of Cut from a Different Cloth, puts Larry in the grave. He was there at Hip Hop Awards with a new female artist, and the female artist was looking at him like, this you? Everyone on the whole row was looking at Larry, as a matter of fact, because Jericho on the stage, at the edge of the stage, looking at him like, you. So it's very awkward. For Larry, Jericho is fine. But that happens. And he basically, because he had already known that not only did he like do this sex tape thing? The assistant who was getting kind of weirdly flirty with Jericho, she was sleeping with Larry, who was a married 50-year-old man. I said, girl, you have poor taste. You have poor taste. It's poor taste. Anyway, the female artist fires Larry. Larry come after them, da da da. So while this is all happening, Fatima was like, I don't want to come. Like at this chick, she was so upset when the whole video dropped that he had to call a doctor in to sedate her. And she hasn't been able to sleep without sleeping pills for all that time. So she's like, I can't do this anymore. She leaves. Jaren tries to go after her. He's like, like, let me help you. I can protect you. And she was like, you can't protect me. You didn't protect me. And I need to be alone. Now, I think she did need to be alone to work on her mental health, but Jaren was like, we should have done that together. Like, we're a team. And I'm like, right, but we're not till death do us part married. So if I want to leave, I can. And for you to be this butthurt about it when being in your world has brought me nothing but stress into my life, it's a little selfish. But
y'all willingly made the sex tape together.
No, they didn't. They didn't make the sex tape together. Larry put cameras in their room.
Oh, yeah, so it was okay.
He was recording them without their knowledge. He planted cameras in their room.
Okay, the way you explained it made it sound like it was a production.
I mean, it basically was, but they didn't know they was in it.
Okay.
Yeah, he was planting cameras all over the room. So she was like, this is too much for me. My entire life is imploding every other week, and I just can't handle this. Autumn was like, I think you need to go to therapy. I was like, I agree. Because she was walking around her apartment looking for cameras and everything. And the plant under the bed. I said, girl, I get it, but you do need to go to therapy.
Yeah, so it's definitely a traumatic situation.
For sure. Because there was no way they could get that off the internet. Like, it'd been reshared to me. Like, it's just on there now. And she had a book. She had gotten a literary agent. She had an offer on her book. They canceled her release date. They were like, we just going back. So she was just like devastated. So they're apart for a while. Jaren is like, I gotta stop chasing after you. Like, it's enough. So after she's been through therapy for a while, and her friends are like, you're not really happy. Like, you're healing, but you're not really happy. You need to like make up with him. So she does. It's very back and forth because he's like, I need time. Like, I can't trust you. How do I know the next time something happens, you're not going to run off? Because this is what it is. And so she's like, I won't do it again. I've grown. Because her therapist like not showed her, but like as they're in therapy, she's like, this is not the reason that you had your breakdown. There's a lot of things that led up to this, and this was just the final straw. But we need to like work through all of the stuff that led up to it and to this, and how you're reacting and how you're speaking to the people around you and who you're hurting because you're hurting, da da da. So she tells him all that, and he's like, we can be friends. So they're friends. She get drunk one night. They have sex. Wakes up. He's gone. A little sticky. Talking about, I'm going back to New York. I got a gig or something like that. She's butthurt. Which I'm like, you shouldn't have slept with him. He told you what it was going to be. So she leaves. She has to write a letter to the person she hurt the most for therapy. And she writes a letter to him. But the therapist was like, you don't have to send it. You just need to write it to process it. Because they do journal therapy. So her mom read her therapy journal.
Boundaries.
Exactly.
Boundaries.
Fatima was pissed. She was like, why? And she was like, I was looking for some paper. So you looked in my journal?
And you just kept reading when you saw that it wasn't what you need. Like, wait a minute. Like, okay, wait, no. Because what we not going to do is you're not going to give me that excuse. Like, you really just not. Like, I was looking for some paper, and then I saw that this wasn't the paper I needed. But I was like, this sounds interesting. I'm going to just keep reading. Girl, love.
I was screaming. Oh my gosh. She was like, no, I'm glad that I did read it because I didn't understand how much you cared about writing or that boy or how much I was hurting you. And I was like, I don't see how you couldn't see how you were hurting her. You blamed everything that happened on her, even though she was the victim, and you completely spoke down to her, ignored her, treated her like a stranger, wouldn't take her calls, like all these different things. You don't find that hurtful? Ridiculous. But anyway, her mom was like, I think you should send a letter to the boy because that helps me really understand where you're coming from and might help him too. And she was like, But after that thing in New York, she did send it because she was like, I just need you to understand how I really feel about you, and then let that just be out there. So he read it and he was like, this changes everything because you were always acting so, what's the word? Like nonchalant about the whole relationship, like you could take it or leave it. And I always felt so optional. But now that I see that you actually like have really deep feelings for me, so he'd go. Her book gets a new release date, so she's out at a club partying to celebrate with her friends. He show up, do a new song. It's very Drake-esque, is how they described it, and bring her up.
So he like
in his little singing bag.
he like telling like a cupcake, you look better without the frosting type song. Like
Get
that's
out of
what
here. We didn't get any verses of his song, so I can only explain what the level was supposed to be. They didn't give us anything though, so I'm like, okay, I guess I'll use my best imagination. But anyway, he bring her up on the stage and proposed to her, and I was like, now this feels sudden. You go from not trusting her to stay to letting a letter completely transform. Like, now that you know that she cares, that's great. Give it another try dating. Instead
the way you been telling the story, I thought this was like a couple year long book. It's not that long.
It's like a year.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like 3 months, but like still, y'all were just
right. Yeah, nah. Because like if the whole book is like a year, like there was a lot of time y'all wasn't together.
Yeah,
that's why I thought it was like
a year from when they first started exchanging messages on Right Now. So it's just like,
yeah,
this doesn't feel like wisdom, but I'm gonna let y'all have that. He's older than her. She's like, she graduates college during the book, and how old is he? I don't know. I was probably giving him his age, but details. He's older than her though. Let's say he's in his early 30s. Anyway,
so, before you continue, I would
that's the book. That's the end.
This was a 30 minutes recap, not 30 seconds. Yeah, so it is just under 30 minutes because it was we were at 48 minutes of streaming, and we are now at 1 hour and 14 minutes.
I really don't know what you want from me, Kasha.
I was like, okay, when we've been streaming for 50 minutes, I'm gonna say something. I was like, okay, 55. Like I was just like, I just cut her off halfway, and I was like, she just really in this. So I'm just gonna say
at least had to give them what they had asked me for.
Okay.
Did they not say they wanted the update?
Did they? I'm sorry. Did they? I did not know that they said that. I thought, did you just wanted to give the update?
Yes. Pat is right on time. Pat said, enjoying this chat. Pat is the real one.
Pat out here doing the Lord's work on Britt's behalf. Is she not?
She's just right on time. That's what I'll say.
Well, I will say that I finished that first round and I'm on the second round now.
Round of what? Your quilt?
The blanket. Yeah.
Yes. I saw the judgment in your eyes. I know it's not a quilt. I know it was a different kind of patchwork blanket. It just came out. It's a covering. She judges me. Thank you. See, Pat, we see each other. Thank you. All the way through Beyonce's internet, we see each other. Okay, so from one drama to the next, let me get back into this story and see how she gonna explain to Julie how she almost left this boy in Gizan with her people. The craziness. Like, who raised you? You ain't got no doggone home training. That's just rude, bro. And where you gonna bring me cornbread? Anyway, and 3, 2, 1, y'all turn them pages. Okay. Oh, my phone's about to die. I mean, my laptop. So, got very far in that sprint. I got to the place I wanted to get to as far as like page numbers. So I'm on page 356 on chapter 36. So I got through 5 chapters in our hour of sprinting today. I'm on page 356, so I have less than 50 pages in the book before it's done. I will definitely be able to finish this next week, Lord will. It's also because it's going very quickly. Like, this is the final battle, so it's going to be really quick to just like move through it because it's very fast paced right now. So I am about to be done with Ashes of Gold, y'all. Now, I will say, when JL said it was very twisty and very swoony, she told no lies. Mucho twists, mucho swoons. Wow. And the part that I just read, I'm just like, wait, is this another twist? Like, who told them? So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But exhausting. I can't imagine being real right now. I'd be so tired. Like, y'all are exhausting. Y'all are really exhausting. And I need a nap. And y'all trying to fight somebody. I don't know how she's doing that after just having had Miss Leola's food. You just had Sunday dinner, you gonna come and fight. It's nap time after that. Mac and cheese, collard greens, girl, bye. Ain't nobody coming back here to fight y'all. Tomorrow, catch me tomorrow. Because I can't. Anyway, how was that for you?
So I am now in part 3. So the last one I was in part 2, chapter 2. Part 2 had 6 chapters, so I got through those 4 chapters that I had left, and then I'm 3 chapters into part 1, so it was 7 chapters. I'm now past the halfway mark of the story, so I'm 50% through it. I'm still liking it. I'm still like, okay, all right, what's gonna happen next? What are my thoughts? Because what I have already guessed hasn't been revealed, so I'm like, well, what's gonna happen in between that reveal and now? Like, when is that gonna happen? So I'm curious if like what I predicted is like at the very end of the book, so I got a long way to go till I get there.
Ooh.
But I have under 5 hours left of the book, so I should definitely be able to finish it today and switch to the oath, and then I have my buddy read of the romance that I need to start as well. So if I don't start that today, I'll definitely be trying to start that tomorrow.
Okay. All right then. All right, let's check these comments and then let's head out.
And then we can head out, right?
Miss Maya, good
Good
morning.
morning.
Alicia made it to chapter 25 in the Lost Ones, hoping to finish the book today. Okay.
Nice, that's nice. Well, text me if you do, girl.
Whew, okay, y'all. I'm tired. Are you tired? I feel like I've been through 2 books today.
I feel like you told us about 2 books today. I don't know if you've read 2 books today.
That was a lot for me to do. I channeled them. I'm tired now. I went through the ups and the downs and the gasps. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. So, y'all have a good day. Shay, do you have any announcements?
I'm supposed to be streaming for Writertown Junction this weekend. Michael's 24-hour write-a-thon. Pray that my internet box shows up today, so that's something that definitely works out positively. I feel like that's all I got right now. Yeah. Yep. Tuesday's the Edgar Allan Poe read along with Nicole. If my internet's still not working, we'll be back on Nicole's channel. So there's that. But you'll see us. We're on our last week of Edgar Allan Poe poetry. So the last 16 poems, and then we're moving to the full story. So yeah, right.
Y'all been reading Edgar Allan Poe all month. I've been reading Ashes of Gold all month. We've all committed.
First of all, you've been reading Ashes of Gold almost all year, bruh. Yeah, because it came out in January.
It did, but I didn't start it until like the end of January. It came out
That's
like
what I said, almost all year, right? Because like all every week but 3.
you have a good weekend too, Pat. Thank you for your well wishes. I don't have any announcements at this time, but follow us on our socials on Twitter, Britt Riley 50SO Shay. That's also her Instagram. My Instagram is Britt Riley. My Twitter is actually true_Michelle. So all of that is in the description box if you didn't catch it. So definitely pop down there. Any updates will be on the socials. Okay. Y'all have a good weekend. Drink water and mind your business. Okay. Bye bye.